Hello there, Wipper here, and once again, welcome back to another GTA 5 mod showcase, and there's a train coming and I need to get on this train. Pretty much today I'm going to be showing you a mod that adds train driving into the game, and you can drive trams as well, but there's a train coming, and to actually mount the train all you have to do is press F. Okay, holding it. Oh, okay, we're in the train now. This is good. Wow, that was like the most rushed intro to a mod showcase I've ever done. And look at that, we just chucked the poor guy that was driving it out before. Oh. Anyway, let's redo that intro. So, not rushed this time. Pretty much this mod just enables you to drive trains in the game and drive trams in the city. And it's just so awesome, and as you can see, I am now the driver of this train. There's a few different controls for this train, so if you wish to speed up the locomotive, you can do this with your forwards key that you'd use to drive a car. So in my case, that is the up arrow, or by default it's W, so I can press that now, and you'll see that my speed at the top there, we have an indicator of the speed at the top of the screen, is increasing as I'm accelerating the train. And you can also brake by pressing the down arrow or the S key or whatever you've got it bound to go backwards in a vehicle or brake in a vehicle, and that will slow your speed down, like so. But you can actually drive the trains backwards as well. So if I just slow down to about nothing, what do I mean? I'm going to slow down to 0, and you'll see that I'll start actually going backwards with my train. So here I am actually reversing the train now, which is just brilliant. So you can actually keep accelerating backwards. There's no reversing speed limit, so you can just drive backwards the entirety of the way around the map. It's just really weird, but I want to be going the correct way again. So yeah, let's just go the other way. I just wanted to show you that that is a possibility. And if you want to brake without going like fully backwards, like you want to just hold it down, then come to a complete standstill without going backwards again, you can use the space bar. It's like an alternate braking system. So you press space and it will slow down your train, but this time when it reaches 0, you won't start going backwards, which is really good if you're trying to stop at a station. You can see there I'm not starting to reverse, so we're just going to start accelerating again. And the really awesome thing about this mod is there's no speed limit to how fast your train can go. There is kind of a limitation in the fact that when you're going around corners, if you look at the top of the screen there, I've got a red bar. And that red bar will increase if you're going around a tight corner at a high velocity. And when it reaches the end of the grey bit of the bar, which you can't really see at the moment because of the sky, but if I hover it over the mountain there, you can see there's an end point to that bar. And when the red bar actually reaches the end of the grey bar, your train will derail, causing a massive disaster and catastrophe. Your trailers will be littered all over the railway tracks or the roads next to it, and look at that view, that is brilliant. But now I'm just accelerating. There's no speed limit. Of course you're going to have to slow down for tight turns, otherwise you can derail, but you can actually turn that off in the config file, and I'm going to do that a little bit later to see how fast the train can actually go and how ridiculous it looks. But for the moment we've got that on, and as you can see, the red bar is starting to go up a little bit more. And we've got a really tight turn coming up ahead, so I'm going to have to slow it down a bit, otherwise we might derail this thing, and we don't want to do it this early. Oh, look at that, it's right by... Oh, that was super close. I almost derailed this thing. We do not want to be doing that. But while we're in a straight kind of area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the other controls. So if you wish to actually sound the horn of the train, you've got a lovely train horn. You can press E, like so. You can hear there we've got the horn of the train going. You can also turn the headlights of the train on and off, but I don't believe this one has one. Yeah, we've got no headlights. Wait, yeah, I think those are... Yeah, we do. Look at that, we've got lights on the front. Let me just set it to nighttime to see what those lights look like. So we're going to set the time backwards to nighttime. Yeah, look at that. So we've got headlights on and headlights off, and you've got 3 different modes. So you've got off, and then full beam, and then low beam, which is quite nice. But let's just go back to daytime, because then we can see where we're going. Yeah, that's nice. And yeah, so that's the headlights control. You've also got the open and closed doors control, but that's more for the trams, which I'll show you a little bit later, because you can actually drive trams in the city, which again is really awesome. And I'll show you that a little bit later on in the video, but it doesn't apply to this because this thing doesn't have doors. And you've also got another option to derail the train directly by pressing X. So if you're just one of those people that want to watch the world burn, and want to just cause a massive catastrophe by like littering the road next to the railway tracks with your containers, or whatever you call this, I'm just going to call it cargo, and like cause a massive pile-up or traffic jam, then you can do that. Oh, that was close. I thought that guy was going to hit me there. Anyway, so let's just speed up this train and see how fast we can actually go. But that sums up all of the different controls in this mod. But let's see how fast we can get this thing. Of course, there's going to be a limit depending on how many tight corners we've got. And there is a limit to the amount of track we've got in this world, of course. There's just like a closed circuit. And there's no way of actually changing lanes yet. Of course, you've got like different points where you can change the point and go a different direction. Normally in real life when you do train driving or whatever. Not like any of you have got experience of that. Maybe one of you has. But you can't do that yet. But maybe that's something in the future. And I was completely oblivious to the fact there was a turn there. And look at that, my cargo is just getting littered all over the countryside. None of it on the road though, luckily, so we're not going to cause any traffic jams and delays, so no one's going to be mad at me. But we have derailed the train, and I think we reached about 170 miles an hour. I could be wrong, but I think that's what we reached, and I wasn't paying attention to the mini-map, which was showing that there was a severely tight corner coming up, and as a result, we have derailed this train, which is not very good. The next train that comes along is not going to be able to get past me, which could be bad. Oh my god, it's coming now! Oh no, this is going to be bad. There's going to be a pile-up. What is going on? It just drove straight through my train. That should not be happening. Look, I can collide with it. Whoa, whoa, it's glitching out, it's glitching out. Okay, it's hit it. It's collided with my other train. Wow, look at that. That's incredible. It's now like teetering on the edge of those trailers on the back of that train. And it's like bringing it along for the ride. Oh, that was immense. I don't know why it drove through them initially, but it did get caught up eventually. God, that was crazy. I did not know there were two trains. I thought there was only one train. Maybe when one gets derailed, another one spawns. And luckily no rabbits got harmed. That one's just going to cross the tracks leisurely there. Not a care of the world. But we have caused quite a mess, and my train is now been deposited way down there. And I just punched the air because screw you, air. I hate you, air. Anyway, yeah. What I am going to show you now is the tram system. So you can actually drive trams. So let's just head into the city, and I'll show you the tram driving mode. So there's a tram coming now. As you can see, I'm waiting like I should on the platform for this tram. And you ride it in the same way and get onto it in the same way. You just hold F when it gets close by. Of course, you can only actually hold F when you're in range of the front of the vehicle. If you're right at the back, I don't think it's going to let you. But here it is, so I'm going to hold down F, and hopefully we're going to be able to get on it. Yes, and now we're riding the tram, we're controlling the tram, and we can just use the controls that we did for the train. But yeah, so here's the tram, and here I am driving it. Let's just go to the internal view, because I didn't show you it last time, so you can look around inside in first person mode, which is pretty awesome. But I'm going to go to the outside external cam. Let's go for the closest one, because we're about to enter some tunnels. And yeah, let's just speed this thing up. Again, at the top there, we've got the bar that shows how close we are to derailing, and our speed. We also have another bar underneath, which I'm not really sure what it does. Maybe that's like how full a tram is, like how many people are inside. Not even sure. And we're about to enter some tunnels. I think we need to go into first person here because we won't be able to see where we're going. And these are very tight and bendy, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to gain much speed here without derailing. Yeah, look at that bar go up. Even at 37 miles an hour, we're almost derailing right now. And we're about to go back into the outside world. And we're about to enter the next sequence of tunnels. And we just derailed. Whoa, what just happened there? The thing just spazzed out. Wow, I can't believe that. We were going What? Why are we up here? What the hell happened? How are we up here? That is not even possible. Was there another tram that I just collided with? Because What? There's no way I've gone from down here, as I just demonstrated by falling, to up there by derailing. That is just not possible. What the hell? I am so surprised right now. And of course, now we have to wait for another tram because I messed up so terribly, man. Oh, can't believe it though. This corner was so tight that I derailed at 37 miles an hour. No wonder there's delays if the trams can't even cope with a little bit of speed. God, that's embarrassing. But seriously, that is the weirdest accident I have ever seen. I don't even know what happened. I didn't see a good view of it because I was in the internal camera. I just like spazzed out and appeared up there. We have another tram. At least we've cleared the track. That's a benefit of that accident. Anyway, sorry guy, I'm about to commandeer your tram. And don't hit me. Okay, we're going to enter the tram. Right. Now let's do this better. So even at 70 miles an hour, it's very close to derailing. So we need to take this super slow. That's what I've discovered. Let's just go to the internal camera. And yeah, look at my hands. What? I've just realised he's holding the non-existent steering wheel like he's in a car. which, you know, each to their own. Maybe feels more comfortable like that. Do you, Michael? I just tried to look at my own face. Wow. Is that my neck? That's a bit creepy. But yes, so let's just increase the speed. We're about to go into the open, wide world here. And I think we've got a bit of a straight, so we should be able to gain some speed. And while this thing accelerates quickly, I think it's faster than the train. It's a shame there aren't actually any long straights in this map where the trams go. Oh, I think I just hit that vehicle. Let's just go to the external view so we can see what's going on in the world. I was hoping to see whether we hit that vehicle or not, but I think we're a bit too far away to see that now. Oh no, we've just derailed again. Oh, I am not doing a very good job of this. There's another tram coming, and we've still got the mess on the track right now, and we're going to try and get inside this thing and see what it looks like as we drive through the ghosted other trams. So let's get in this thing and see what happens. Please do not collide with these. I do not want you to collide with these other trams right now. We're going straight through them. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. That's really peculiar though. I wonder why it doesn't collide with it. Maybe it's only coded so that there can only be one tram on the track at a time. So even if there is another one, it just doesn't actually exist in the context of the other tram. I don't get it. That car's about to be hit. Oh, that must have hurt. And all the passengers inside, did you see that? They were reacting to it. We need to brake quite severely right now. We're going back the way we came, so we're going the wrong way. We're about to enter some tunnels, so let's go into first-person mode. What I do actually need to show you is how you can actually open the doors, but to do that, I need to... Wait, no, we can show the lights, so you can turn them off, on, there we are. So we've got tram lights, that's cool. Anyway, so we're outside now, let's quickly go into a different view, and I'll show you what happens when you open the doors. No, oh, I've derailed it again. Can I still open the doors, though? Please, I just want to show you the opening of the doors. No, it doesn't work, I have failed. So now I can finally show you the doors opening and closing. I can't really give you a better angle than this, but if you look through the windows, when I press G, the doors open, and you can see the bar at the top there. I've finally figured out what it does. It's the doors. But the doors have opened now, and for some reason my tram started moving. And yeah, so you can see there, the doors are now open. No one's going to walk in, which is a bit of a shame. But let's just go for the closing again. And... What is this guy doing on the path? Is he mad at me for some reason? He's like trying to start on me or something. Like, you want to fight, mate? You want to fight? Yeah, you want to fight? I'm looking at you, mate. Yeah, yeah, get out of here. I want to punch you in the face, mate. Yeah. I don't know what that was meant to be, but yes, that's what that guy is currently saying to me. He's really mad at me. But yes, you can open and close the doors, let passengers on and off, and if I had any passengers that wanted to get off, they would walk off when the doors were open. But then we can keep moving again, and probably crash again, but I'm not going to show you that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the config files of the mod to enable it so that there's no derailment, and then we're going to pop into the faster train outside the city, and we're going to see just how fast we can go. Right guys, I've turned off derailment, so now we can get on this train. And honestly, I don't think I've ever been so excited to drive a train in my life. Just the thought of driving this thing at like 500 miles an hour around the GTA 5 map is just getting me so excited right now. So we're just going to hold down the accelerator and let's just see how fast this thing goes. I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to keep in. I might just jump ahead until I've gained some serious speed. And this is just going to look ridiculous. Hopefully, when we go around corners, that bar won't move at all. If I've done this correctly, it shouldn't do anything. Like, maybe there'll be a bit of red, but it shouldn't ever go anywhere near the end. Yeah, look at that. There's no red bar. This is great. We're just going to keep accelerating. I wonder if the acceleration rate is going to slow down the higher we go, because that might actually limit our speed. But we'll see what happens. We're entering the tunnel now. Let's go into the internal view because I didn't show you that earlier. Here we are. Yes, and there's a guy hiding behind that door who's going to be very, very scared soon. Because we're going to go ridiculously fast. This is going to look awesome. And while we're going through these tunnels, I'm going to stay in this internal view. Look at that though. Again, I'm holding the steering wheel. There isn't one that exists. We're already up to 154 mile an hour right now. Wow, is the guy still on? Is the guy still on? No, he's fallen off. Not surprising in the slightest. I mean, we are going ridiculously quickly already. Up to 165 mile an hour. I think I'll jump back once we're over 200 and show what it looks like. But look at this, we're now at a speed of 230 mile an hour going around these really tight corners. We've got sparks coming off the wheels of the train right now. This is ridiculous. The acceleration rate has actually slowed down a bit. As you can see, we're not gaining as much speed. But 260 mile an hour, I think that's faster than anything else in the game. Even the Hydras don't go that quickly. Oh, this is ridiculous. This looks so stupid going around these corners without derailing. Wow, I'm loving this. We're going so quickly. Oh, now we're in the tunnel. And we're coming out the tunnel. Really tight corner, but we're still going. Sparks coming from the wheels. 220 mile an hour. Look at it take those corners. Wow, I'm loving this. We can go around the whole of the GTA 5 map in seconds. Nah, not quite that fast yet. But if I was really extremely bored, I could probably just keep pressing forwards for the next 4 hours. And I'd eventually get to like 400 mile an hour, although the acceleration rate is not even accelerating anymore. We're gaining speed so slowly, I'm not even sure if we could reach 400. But as it is, 220 mile an hour, 222. Nice place to end off this video, I think, guys. This is just ridiculous. You need to download this mod now and just mess around with it yourself. But yeah, guys, the 225 mile an hour train, pretty insane. That rhymed. And I'm ending this video, so thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I'll be seeing you next mod showcase.